Okay, in this video, this is a continuation from this video, right? So if you haven't watched me make 10 phone calls to estate agents in London to try and secure a viewing, I've actually got a viewing lined up. London is a good 2 hours and 45 minutes away from me. This is this Saturday. Go meet the agent for the very first time. Whilst I'm in London, I'm also going to meet up with one of my students, Ollie, bring him with the viewing with me so he can get the bit of an experience. Right, I've got a viewing tomorrow on a 4-bed in London, Croydon. Before we go on a viewing, I always just promote go for the viewing anyway. This is a 3-hour trip for me to get there. And then 3 hours back, 6-hour round trip. Even without doing the due diligence, I would go for 2 reasons. Number one, we don't know the agent, never met them before, so there's definitely a relationship to be built there. Number two, what if they say, oh, we've got more properties, whilst you're here, let me go and show you. That's happened quite a few times, not with just myself, but with my students as well. So it's always worth going, and it shows commitment, but it's always beneficial to do a bit of due diligence beforehand, so that's what we're gonna do. So this is a property I've secured a viewing on. Looks brand new, all refurbished, modern. That should all be gone by the time it's finished. It looks like it's just finishing, so it's perfect. It's available right now. Landlord looking for long term. 4 beds, 2 bathrooms. Let's have a look in terms of serviced accommodation, right? So I'll do the due diligence quickly based on serviced accommodation. So first of all, let's just go to Airbnb. Type in the full postcode. Just press search, nothing else. Just search. So just so it can stamp our property right on the map. So if we zoom in, be Charnwood Road, yep, which it is, Charnwood Road. There's our property. And look at all of these Airbnbs. Wow. 6 in the immediate area. So ours is a 4-bed, right? So we're looking for sort of scroll stoppers, so this is quite nice. Let's have a look at this. Open a new window. We'll have a look at this one as well. Look at all of them. Super host, guest favorite. Perfect. This is looking good. Let's have a look. Pictures look really cool. Crammed that bed in there, wall to wall. Oh, it's literally just a 1 bed. Yeah, 1 bed. Okay, that's a 1 bed in a house. 226. So that's not a comparable. Close it down. This is, it's brand new. Okay, so it will have no it will have no data. It's brand new. But look at the bookings, and it's brand new. Look, they're booked for this weekend. Let's check in Monday. Let's check out Thursday. Let's go for 2 guests. How much are they? 150 a night. Okay, 150. So you take note of that. 150. That's a good comparable, actually. It's a 4-bed as well. 150. 1 bed doesn't count. 2 bedrooms doesn't count. Go back to Airbnb. Click some more. That's a flat. Let's open that one. Okay, 1 bedroom doesn't count. 2 bed doesn't count. Okay, so that's Airbnb due diligence, right? In this area, you could go slightly wider. You can use these filters as well. So let's go for 3 beds up, and there's only 1 place, and that's probably the one we found actually. 4 bedrooms. Okay, this is looking a bit more promising. Only 2 reviews though. Let's have a look, see what they're charging per night, see what the calendar's like. Booked for next week. Nothing really after though, compared to the other calendar. Let's check in there. Let's check out on Thursday. Oh, 7 night minimum. Okay, let's check out here. 217 a night. They got weekly discount. So we've got 150, we've got 217. We're not going to get much more data off of Airbnb. So let's go over to property market intel. Serviced accommodation up here. Okay, so pop the postcode in here. So it's SE25. So it's around here. So plenty of properties around here. Okay, so what we can do is just scroll down. 4 beds, there's 26 4 beds in Croydon. If we go to top properties, right, so Charnwood Road is around here somewhere. Yeah, Charnwood Road is there. Okay, so top performing properties in this area, there's none on that map so far. There's 1 here. That's a 4 bed. Yes. Okay, cool. So this could be our only comparable, right? Let's have a look. See how they're doing. See what actually PMI says. So it's brought in a revenue of £65,000, an ADR of 268. Airbnb, we got 150 and 217. PMI is saying 268 with a great revenue at 90% occupancy. That's cool. So let's have a look. Yeah, spec looks great. Let's have a look at the actual pictures. Is this something we can replicate? So it's nothing extreme. We can certainly replicate this spec. It's not like a humongous, luxurious house with a hot tub, cinema room, gym. Yeah, just looks like a nice house. Okay, cool. It's looking good. Let's have a look. Only 3 reviews. That's not good. Maybe they're good at converting to direct. Let's have a look at the listing. Okay, let's try and check in, see what the calendar's like. It's completely empty. No bookings. Boom! There we go. Have you spotted it? I've just seen it. Literally just seen it. Booked today at Jove Stays. So they're driving people to their website. Clever. I'm surprised Airbnb hasn't discovered that. But clever. You got to do what you got to do. They save 18% on every single booking. But yeah, it looks like they're dead on Airbnb. But look at the revenue they brought in. 268. In 273 days, they brought in a revenue of 65 grand. That's amazing. Well done. Good effort. So let's do the maths now. Let's do the maths. So if we can match their spec. They're at 268, but let's go slightly conservative. Let's go 245 because we're going to be a new listing. Times 22.5 of the month, so 75%. Even though they're at 89%, we're going to bring in a revenue of 5.5 grand based on a conservative basis, based on their data, that comparable. All right, let's say all of our bookings go through Airbnb, so we take 18% OTA commission fees off of that. We're down to 4.5 grand in revenue. Let's take £600 bills, so that's council tax, gas and electric, because we don't do the cleaning fee. Cleaning fee is charged to guests. Right, we're down to 3,900. Let's say we want to make £1,000 profit on this. We need to offer 2,920, right? And what's the property up for? What's the actual rent? 2,900. Let's go for the viewing.
It's a big job.
It is a big job.
Yeah, it's good size room. Get a double bed in here.
This one needs to get one in. Yeah. Anybody got a built-in one, so
Yeah, or 2 singles.
can you remind me what you plan on using it for?
Yeah, so essentially it can either be essentially an Airbnb
Okay.
for short-term lets, or if it lends itself to it, a HMO.
Okay.
Depending on the local regulations, and if it doesn't tick those 2 boxes, then there's no other option.
Getting quite in section 4, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it would go down the social housing route if there was no other option.
Okay. Cool.
So looking at it as of right now as ticking the box of Airbnb, the area, the demand, the size of the house, the type of room layout, depending on that room, but I can imagine it's probably replicated.
Yeah.
So could sleep 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, possibly 7 people. Maybe.
Big family.
Well, no, like up to 7 guests.
Right.
But it's not just like upload to Airbnb, it's all professionally run, vetted, ID, deposits, you know, not just any joke logs. So minimum stay to eradicate parties and do stag do's. It's like professionals in the area just visiting for either minimum 2 nights up to 6 weeks.
Okay. Fair enough. Right.
When do they think it's going to be like available for?
They said roughly around a week. It's going to take them to finish the work.
In a week?
Yeah.
Good effort.
Yeah, that's a great
they've
turnaround.
They've got about 3-4 people working in and out. I think today is just, they're kind of just getting started, but from tomorrow it's just going to go as hard as they can, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, if it does take longer than a week, then obviously we can negotiate something into the contract, or we can do an amendment where it fits to the date where the property is actually finished.
Yeah.
Rather than else just start charging you money before it's a finished article, if that makes sense.
So do you work with many companies?
No,
What's that for you?
I work with one main company, but this is kind of, I wouldn't say it's like a side hustle, but obviously got certain relationships with certain landlords that don't want to work with agencies and only want to work with me privately.
Okay.
So this is just one of those occasions.
Okay, so the company you do work with, are they similar to my business model?
No, it's an actual proper estate agents. So it's not, yeah. So
So it's not like a company that like...
No. We don't just deal with companies. We deal with private tenants, sales, lettings, mortgage, literally everything to do with properties.
Yeah.
But our main focus is sales and lettings. So.
Okay. Chainsaw in the living room. Something you...
Does that come with the place? It's going to be good for Halloween, that. It's going to make a killer
I
outfit.
love the dark wood, actually.
I think it's really cool.
It's cool. So is this investment property, or was it your family home, but you've
Oh
moved
no,
in?
I just got it.
You've just got it?
Yeah, it was in a really bad, dingy condition.
Yeah.
So we're trying to just revive it a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Awesome.
So cool to see these like chandelier size stuff. It's probably medieval vibes, isn't
It's
it?
proper Dorset vibes, actually.
Yeah.
I've got beam.
Oh,
Looks like it could be like an inn.
Yeah, this is Dorset.
Feel like right at home.
Yeah, wood panels.
Is that where you come from?
Yeah, I've come from Dorset. A lot of glass. I don't want to be responsible. Okay. This is interesting.
Nice big garden as well.
Yeah, okay.
That's a really decent sized garden.
And
Okay.
in there, is that
Yeah,
like a
have a look.
separate kind of
Yeah, that's a
annex? Or?
separate, reception or bedroom.
Annex. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, this could easily get two in here. Okay. Yeah. Great size kitchen. Right. So is this your first investment property, or are you a bit of a buy properties, do them up, flip them, sell them?
This was actually going to be a home, but we've decided to rent it out for a while, a year or so, 2 years, and then we'll see what we're going to do.
Yeah, okay. So you're going to
The
rent
work
it?
that we're doing in the property is for ourselves.
Yeah.
So the tiling in the bathrooms, that was all for ourselves. So we're not doing it for the tenants,
Got you.
but we're doing it to that standard, so if you understand what I mean.
Yep.
So the standards are going to be better than cheap stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's the plan. And then
Where you gonna travel?
no. We live down the road. We're not far.
Okay.
But yeah, I was hoping to move in, but then my wife changed her mind at the moment. She goes, no, not yet.
No, yeah.
Stay here because I said Airbnb. It's not like that. So it's ID verification, minimum stay requirements. So parties won't stay because parties is 1 night. We'd set the minimum night to 2 nights. So working business travellers, contractors, you've got plenty of parking, which is perfect. ID verification, security deposits, it's all managed absolutely professionally. And your property has to be kept immaculate for the business model to work. So the reason why landlords tend to go with it is if they want their property to be kept immaculate. No family, no tenant rights. We're a business. So if we stop paying rent, there's no court evictions. I don't qualify for tenant rights. If I break the contract even slightly, you can take your keys back within 28 days, and that's it, with no court. So that's the benefits of renting to a business, is you're in full control as long as you're happy with the contract. The moment I breach it, it's like, go on, keys, get out. That's why people go with businesses. If they've been let down by families or tenants in the past, you're putting quite an investment into this, you want it looked after. Renting to a company is a good option, but it might not meet, if you're looking for 3,000 something per month, it might have to be 2,900 to make it viable for the business. I'll put in my absolute best offer that the business will allow me to, and then it's up to you whether it works for you or not.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Alright? But yeah, thought I'd just explain it, because you might receive an offer and be like, okay, I can get that from a tenant. But then you got to rent to a tenant.
So you take an offer and then you give it for however much to whoever.
Yeah, it's guaranteed rent. So on the 1st of every month or whatever day.
So you're doing guaranteed rent, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does the landlord cover in the guaranteed rent?
The property obligations of a landlord to tenant obligation, as always.
So guaranteed rent.
There's a few different elements of guaranteed rent. So a social housing would take the property off you and be like, we'll do everything, right? My business is we'll cover minor maintenance if there's a water leak from the main to the house, and that's your property. That's not my responsibility.
Okay.
If for whatever reason something breaks because it's my fault or my guest's fault, that's my responsibility.
Okay.
If the washing, everything's negotiable, but if you say, okay, that's cool, but I want you to manage the appliances, if the dishwasher breaks, the cooker breaks, that's on you. It's all negotiable. Okay. But if the electrics just go kaboom, it's your property. If there's a huge crack, if the property breaks, it's yours. If it's something that breaks because of us, it's on us.
That's what normal rent too.
Exactly the same as renting to a tenant, but we'd cover the minor maintenance. And it's all negotiable. If you say, okay, I want it quite passive, Kenny. So my name's Kenny, by the way. I want it quite passive. Can you manage all minor maintenance up to the cost of £200 per month? It doesn't roll, so it doesn't go 400 the second month. It's just if the boiler breaks and it's like, okay, I won't pester you. I'll get the call out, £125, get it fixed. I'll inform you or Mohammed, like, look, this is going on.
And
It's
if
being
the
managed.
cost is more than 200 then?
Then it transfers to you.
So, okay, so we have to cover the rest.
If it's under your obligation, do you see what I mean?
If it's in the terms.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it's not
Yeah. So whether you rent to us or
Yeah, I
not,
get it.
I'm just trying to educate you that if another company puts in a better offer,
yeah.
everything's negotiable. So I made 10 phone calls to London estate agents that I've never spoken to before. I got a viewing. I met the agent very first time, so there's the connection and relationship to be built there. I've now got to go and stack and do the due diligence on this property before I make an offer. But that's essentially it. That's the sequence. You call agents, you be very direct, you get the viewing, you come home, you do the due diligence, you submit the offer, and then offers are either rejected or accepted. That's the process. So what I'm gonna do now is the due diligence on this property. But if you go to 49 minutes and 35 seconds of this video, you can follow along of the due diligence process in another video that I've done. Go check out this video at 49 minutes and you'll see how to do due diligence on properties.